Hello students, today I am starting with a new chapter, Microscopic Theory of Dielectric. In the previous chapter, we had calculated the electric field, potential, inside and outside the dielectric. In this chapter, we will to find out exactly what is happening at a point inside a given dielectric when it is polarized. That means when it is kept in the external electric field. Now at first we'll define what is known as molecular field in the dielectric. That is the expression for the molecule field in the dielectrics, and that expression is called as Clausius-Mosotty equation. Now let us try to define what is the molecular field in the dielectric. We know that in a dielectric, whether it is a polar dielectric or non-polar dielectric, the molecule may have a dipole moment or it may not have the dipole moment. In non-polar molecule, there is no dipole moment for the molecule, whereas in the polar molecule, each molecule has a dipole moment. But a dielectric, it is of which those due to the molecules, the dielectric, the dipole moment is zero, because in a non-polar molecule, if the molecule is not having the dipole moment, so the corresponding dielectric will also not have the dipole moment. But in the polar molecule, the molecule has a dipole moment, but they are randomly oriented, so the total dipole moment of the dielectric is zero. So whether it's a polar molecule or a non-polar molecule, dielectric does not have the dipole moment in absence of external field. Now, if this dielectric is kept in the external electric field, then both the type of the dielectric, we say that it is polarized. Polarized means the dielectric attain a dipole moment. In the non-polar molecule, it attains the dipole moment by the separation of the center of positive charge and center of negative charge. In the polar dielectric, the dipole moment is gained due to rotation of dipole moment of the molecule and aligning with the external electric field. Now, the molecular field in the dielectric is a molecular field is an electric field experienced by one molecule due to external electric field and also because of all other molecules. Because when the molecules are polarized, it also produces its own electric field. So in the dielectric, there is an electric field due to the external source and also electric field due to the dipoles of the molecule, which also means that the molecular field is electric field at a point due to external electric field as well as electric field produced by all other molecules except the molecule which is there at that point. So this is what is called as a molecular field in the dielectric. So in short, the molecular field is produced by all external sources and all polarized molecules of the dielectric with the exception of one molecule at a point under the consideration. Now to calculate this molecular field at a point, what is done is you take a dielectric. Imagine that you are cutting out a small part of the dielectric. That means you are removing some material of the dielectric inside, and normally it is in form of the spherical cavity. So the molecules from inside the dielectric are removed so that an empty cavity is formed inside the dielectric. Then next step is you put back into that empty space the molecule one by one, except at the center a molecule where we have to calculate the molecular field. So what is done is, in dielectric the material is removed to form a spherical cavity inside the dielectric, and then all the molecules except the molecule which was there at the center and where you have to find the molecular field is put back into that cavity. So now here we have shown that the dielectric which is polarized. So all these are the molecule plus and minus, that means positive center of charge and the negative center of charge. This is one molecule, this is another molecule. There are so many molecules. Now this dielectric is polarized because it is kept between two parallel plates. One end is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, other end is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So when these two plates is connected to the battery, then there will be electric field from this positive to the negative. So here we have shown here positive charge, negative charge. So that is because this is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and this plate is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So there is the electric field. It is the external electric field. External electric field means electric field produced between the plates because of the battery. Now because of which the molecules will get, dipole moment will get aligned in the direction of the field. See, the dipole moment is always from negative charge to the positive charge. So it will be in the direction of electric field. This electric field is from positive charge to negative charge. So there is a uniform electric field there. Then as I mentioned earlier that a cavity, spherical cavity is made inside the dielectric, and this all the molecules were removed and one by one the molecules were put back except at the center where you have to find the electric field which is called the molecular field, and at this space earlier the one molecule was there. Then next what we do is this, all these molecules which are the dipoles of this which are there, other outside this cavity we replace this negative charges as a here, negative charges here, and this positive charges of this is replaced here. So now this is an equivalent circuit, equivalent diagram. So here what is done is this cavity is kept as it is. Now this positive and this negative is because it is connected to the battery, and this layer of negative charge is because of this negative center of charges of all the molecules. So as a equivalent to this layer, and the positive center of charge is equal to this layer. And also there is a polarization of this cavity also. So negative means there will be positive charge here, positive here means there will be negative charge here. So now this diagram is the equivalent diagram of this physical diagram which is there. So I have drawn that diagram from the previous slide here. Then what we do here is we write the expression for electric field at the center. See, at this center earlier the molecule was there. Now that molecule is not there, it is left outside the dielectric, out of this, and at this point we find electric field, and that will be molecular electric field. Now electric field here is made of the four part. The first, Ex, electric field due to charge parallel plate. So this parallel plate is there and it is connected to the battery. So there will be electric field from positive to negative charge. So that electric field, that is vector Ex. Then E suffix D is depolarizing field due to polarizing charges on the outward surface of the dielectric, outward surface of the dielectric. So this, then ES is Polarizing field due to the charges on the cavity surface. So on the surface of the cavity there will be charges. So charges here at the surface is because of the molecules which are inside the dielectric. Then field due to all the dipoles inside the cavity. Now there will be also field at this point due to this molecule. I have drawn here only two molecules, but there are many molecules. So because of this molecule. Then this E suffix polarizing field due to charge on the cavity surface, as we have seen in the first chapter, it is sigma. Sigma is the surface charge density divided by epsilon 0. Then E suffix D, the depolarizing field due to polarizing charges on the outward surface of the dielectric. Now this has arisen because of this negative charge. This has arisen because of this. In fact, there is an induction here. They are induced here. And from the earlier chapter, it is minus 1 upon epsilon 0 vector P. Vector P is the polarization. So vector P equal to minus epsilon 0 E suffix D. So we arrived at this equation 1 in the previous slide. Now we consider the electric displacement vector. Now this we have defined in the previous chapter in the Gauss's law in the dielectric. We have defined what is called as the electric displacement vector. Vector D equal to epsilon 0 vector E plus vector P. Then this vector D is epsilon 0 vector Ex, because E equal to D by epsilon 0. So from that we get this equation. Then this epsilon 0 vector E is as it is. Then here P equal to minus epsilon 0 ED, it is from the previous slide. And now here epsilon 0 cancels throughout. Now what you get is vector Ex equal to vector E minus vector ED. Substitute this in this equation 1. So we substitute that here. So here minus ED plus ED cancels. So what remains are the three terms, vector E plus vector Es plus vector E dash. Now this is the expression for the molecular field. That is what is called as the macroscopic electric field in the dielectric material. It is a molecular field in the dielectric material. So this is the equation which is written in the box. We have derived it in the previous slide. Then we already mentioned that vector Es equal to 1 upon 3 epsilon 0 vector P. Now in many cases, means most of the dielectric, vector E dash equal to 0. You substitute here, you get vector Em equal to E plus Es. Then we already showed in the earlier chapter that, and also mentioned in the previous slide, that Es equal to 1 upon 3 epsilon 0 vector P. So this is equation 3. And we have defined what is called as the atomic polarizability as a dipole moment per electric field. So dipole moment is equal to alpha times, alpha is the atomic polarizability, into vector Em. Then if for n molecules per unit volume, then definition of polarization is the total dipole moment divided by volume. So this Pm is the dipole moment of one molecule. So into number of those molecules divided by volume. So that's why this total dipole moment divided by volume is nothing but n times vector Pm, where n is the number of molecules per unit volume. Then we substitute here Pm equal to alpha Em. Then Em we substitute from equation 3. What you get is n alpha vector E plus 1 upon 3 epsilon 0 vector P. So this equation 4 we had derived in the previous slide. Then polarization for a point charge, it can be derived from the previous chapter's equations. K minus 1 Q vector R by 4 pi K R cube. So this is the polarization, expression for the polarization. In fact, you get it from the electric field, definition of the electric field. Then we separate this, multiply and divide by epsilon 0, and this turns out to be electric field because of the charge Q. That is K minus 1 epsilon 0 vector E. This you substitute in the equation 4. we substitute for vector p this side here, and this equation we substitute for vector p here and vector p here. So vector p is k minus 1 epsilon 0 vector e, then the vector p is k minus 1 epsilon 0 vector e. Then you cancel this vector e throughout, you get this, and when you simplify, you get k minus 1 epsilon 0 equal to n alpha k plus 2 by 3. So polar alpha, when you simplify this, you will get 3k minus 1 epsilon 0 divided by vector n into k plus 2. And this equation, that alpha equal to 3k minus 1 epsilon 0 by n k plus 2, is called as the Clausius-Mosotty equation. Okay, now let us take a non-polar dielectric, and the non-polar dielectric is made up of non-polar molecules, and we'll give the simple model of the this arrangement of the molecule in the non-polar dielectric. Now, as we have defined in the previous chapter, what is a non-polar molecule is, see, every molecule has a center of positive charge due to all nuclei and center of negative charge because of all electrons, and this center of positive charge and center of negative charge is inside the molecule itself, and if they coincide, then it is called as the non-polar molecule. And since they coincide, distance is 0, so dipole moment, which is one of the charge into the distance, is 0. So hence this non-polar molecule do not have permanent dipole moment. Now, when this non-polar dielectric is kept inside the external electric field, in each molecule, center of positive charge exerts the force in the direction of external electric field, and center of negative charge exerts the force in the direction opposite to that of the external electric field. So now, because of this force, there is a separation of center of positive charge and center of negative charge, and now these two equal and opposite charges are separated, and it gives rise to the dipole, and it has a dipole moment. Now this dipole gained by the molecules of the non-polar dielectric, and hence dipole moment gained by non-polar dielectric is called as an induced dipole. Now, let us consider first further the non-polar dielectric. See, in the non-polar dielectric, there are molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms have a nucleus which occupies a very small space, and it has positive charge, and around this positive charge nucleus, electrons are orbiting continuously, but the electrons moves very fast, and in one orbit to move in one path around the nucleus, one circumference, it takes about 10 raised to minus 15 seconds. It is very short time. So one revolution is completed in 10 raised to minus 15 seconds. That means, see, when the electron is moving, you will not able to locate the electron. So it will just look like, see, the motion velocity is very large. So time taken to complete one round revolution is 10 to minus 15 seconds. So it is very fast. So that negative charge will be appeared as if it is smeared in the orbit. So physically it is not possible to locate the negative charge at one point, but it will be as if that negative charge is smeared over that path of the orbit. According to the quantum mechanics, electrons are not localized in the orbit. See, according to quantum mechanics, electron is a wave. And actually, why you have to consider a wave? But the motion of the electron is very fast. But when you consider in the quantum mechanics, so electrons are not localized in the orbit. So there is a wave. So wave is not localized. It is all over the orbit. And then we have that probability. In fact, what comes is the Schrodinger's wave function, modulus square of that. Probability of finding the electron at some point. At some point it is very high. At some point there is no probability of finding it. In between there is some probability of finding it. So there is a finite probability of being situated in any part of the atom. Okay, so you cannot exactly localize the electron. You cannot say that electron is at this point, but this gives the probability. That means electron can be anywhere in the orbit. In fact, in chemistry it is called as the orbital. Orbital in chemistry. In physics we call it as a what is called as a matter wave packet it is called in quantum mechanics. So now from this, using the quantum mechanics, we can say that atom is made up of point positive charge, that is nucleus, surrounded by spherically symmetric cloud of the negative charge. Suppose one electron is there, charge is minus 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 coulomb. So it will not be at one point. So that full 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 coulomb will be spread around that nucleus. So here what happened is, in which density is uniform up to atomic radius r naught. So that charge is there within that orbit and not outside, and zero at a large distance. So in fact it is nothing but the orbital. Nucleus has a charge Ze. So Z is the atomic number. The nucleus is positive. Nucleus contains proton and neutron. Each proton has a charge plus E. Magnitude same as that of the electron, but sign positive. And in the nucleus there are Z protons. So number of protons in the nucleus is called as the atomic number. So Z times E. But atom is neutral. So hence charge on the electron cloud is minus Ze. So the nucleus and the electrons have equal and opposite charges. If the charge on the nucleus is Ze, then what we consider electron cloud around it has a charge minus Ze. When atom is placed in the polarizing electric field, you keep it in the external electric field. Polarizing electric field means when it is kept in the external electric field, vector EM, then what will happen is there will be separation of the center of the positive charge and center of negative charge. So here what happens is the nucleus will be displayed. Nucleus is at one point. It will be displayed relative to the center of negative charge. Cloud. So now it is a cloud. So center of the negative charge by distance x. So that means there is a separation of the two by distance x, because it is a non-polar molecule. So earlier centers were coinciding. Now these two centers have been separated. But a negative point, center of charge is not at one point, it is over the cloud in the direction of EM with the force Ze into EM. So what is the force acting? In terms of electric field, charge into EM, QE. So here it is, charge is Ze and electric field is vector EM. Now beside this, see the nucleus and the electron cloud will be separated, distance will increase because of the external electric field. But what happens is nucleus and electron cloud has also force of attraction between them, Coulomb's force, because nucleus is a positive charge and electron is a negative charge. So force of attraction is there. Now this, it is going away because of that external electric field. Then it will be attracted towards because of the electrostatic force of attraction between nucleus and the cloud, tending to restore its initial configuration. Then by Gauss's law, negative charge attracted by nucleus is a part or cloud within the sphere of the radius x. See, negative charge attracted by the nucleus is in part of the cloud within the sphere of the radius x. X is that distance. Now, in equilibrium, that means first because of external electric field there will be separation, and because of attraction, electrostatic attraction between the nucleus and the electron cloud, then what will happen is at one stage the both will become equal. So now here, this is that uh, uh, the force is charged into external electric field. So this is the external force. Then Coulomb force, force of attraction between the electron cloud and the nucleus, Coulomb's law, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. Here the small r is distance x square. Charge on the this nucleus is Ze, and charge on the electron. So now what happens is, it depends that x is in the electron cloud, so it will be fraction of that radius of that atomic orbit. So it's fraction of that. That means, say fraction means what happens is, we take the volume. So this that point, that center of the negative charge will not be at the orbit of the radius r naught, because now there is a cloud somewhere in between at a distance x. So now what happens is, how much charge which is with a negative charge which is within the distance, how much charge is there in a circular orbit of distance x, you divide the volume here. So this will give the fraction. So in this volume, that charge of the electron is concentrated. So we want to get a charge corresponding to that volume out of the total. Total means the volume of the full atomic orbit. It may be 4 by 3 pi r naught cube. Here 4 by 3 x cube. So 4 by 3 pi will cancel. So what remains there is x cube by r naught cube. So this fraction of the charge, is attracting that charge Ze of the nucleus. And when we cancel here, what you get is Zex equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 r naught cube Em. But Zex is, this Z is the charge into distance. See, one of the charge into distance, there is nothing but a dipole moment of the atomic dipole created. So this is a dipole moment because of external electric field. So Zex, and this Zex equal to 4 pi epsilon from the equation 1, 4 pi epsilon r naught cube vector Em. But as we have defined earlier, atomic polarizability is dipole moment per unit electric field. That is alpha equal to dipole moment divided by electric field. So dipole moment equal to alpha times electric field. So alpha equal to dipole moment divided by electric field. And if you use this equation, the dipole moment divided by electric field, what you get is 4 pi epsilon 0 r naught cube. So here atomic polarizability is 4 pi epsilon 0 r naught cube. Now what you have found in the previous slide is for one atom. Suppose molecule is made of the two atoms. So diatomic molecule. Then molecular polarization is twice the atomic polarizability. So comparing with the Clausius-Moissault equation, one can find R naught. See, this is Clausius-Moissault equation alpha, and this is we have found for that from the simple moment this polarizability 4 pi epsilon 0 R naught cube. If you compare this, you can and when you calculate the value of value, then both if you calculate using Clausius-Moissault equation or you calculate using this, it tallies. So values agrees with the experimental value. So alpha is constant, alpha is found to be constant, and also k is constant in this case. Now since k is constant, this dielectric is linear. So what you have described, since the theoretical value, this is a theoretical, Clausius-Moissault equation is a theoretical value, and experimentally you will find using this formula, then both the values are nearly same. That means experimental value calculated using this formula and theoretical value given by Clausius-Moissault equation, they tallies. So that's why the simple model is correct. It gives a correct result. That means model is